Death becomes stylish. The weird and fascinating history of Victorian mourning fashion. Welcome to our channel, where we unveil the extraordinary and peculiar facets of history. Today we take a deep dive into the captivating realm of Victorian mourning fashion, where the concept of death transcends its somber nature and evolves into a realm of style and elegance. Imagine your ancestors, their closets adorned with somber attire throughout the 1800s. Black dresses with high necklines, black leather button-up shoes, and even black top hats. These garments held a deeper significance for when death struck. They would emerge from storage and become a staple in their lives for years on end. Get ready to embark on this enthralling journey as we explore the intriguing customs and exquisite attire that characterize this remarkable era. Our journey into Victorian mourning fashion wouldn't be complete without mentioning England's iconic Queen Victoria. Crowned on June 20th, 1837, she reigned as one of the longest-serving monarchs in British history. Victoria's story is intertwined with deep grief and loss after the passing of her beloved husband, Prince Albert. Victoria and Albert shared a remarkable love story, having been married for 21 years and raising 9 children together. However, tragedy struck in 1861 when Albert tragically succumbed to the typhoid fever at the young age of 42. Overwhelmed with sorrow, Queen Victoria plunged herself into a state of mourning and adopted a distinctive wardrobe choice that would shape mourning customs for years to come. Queen Victoria's mourning practices had a profound influence, not just on her own life, but also on entire nations. Her dedication to mourning became a societal standard, resulting in significant shifts in funeral customs and mourning attire. During the Victorian era, the act of mourning the loss of a loved one was elevated to a profound art form. It was a period where grief extended beyond mere moments of sorrow and transformed into a prolonged journey of remembrance. The mourning rituals of this time were steeped in a rigid code of conduct and intricate fashion choices that served as visual expressions of grief and respect. The mourning period could endure for years, depending on the relationship with the deceased. A widow, for instance, was expected to mourn her husband for at least 2.5 years, during which she was expected to adhere to a strict set of mourning etiquette. However, during the final 6 months of this period, known as half mourning, widows were granted a slight respite. They were allowed to incorporate shades of gray and lavender into their attire, offering a subtle shift towards a less somber color palette as they gradually transitioned back into the world beyond deep mourning. During this era, mourning attire took on a distinct aesthetic characterized by somber colors, primarily black. Widows, in particular, were expected to adhere to a prolonged period of wearing mourning clothes. To meet this demand, specialized mourning fashion houses emerged, dedicated to creating appropriate garments that effectively conveyed the wearer's grief and sorrow. However, mourning fashion encompassed more than just black garments. It extended to a wide range of accessories that symbolized the mourning process. One popular choice was jet jewelry, crafted from fossilized coal and known for its dark and lustrous appearance. These pieces served as a powerful visual representation of mourning. Additionally, brooches, lockets, and bracelets adorned with locks of the deceased's hair were commonly worn. These sentimental trinkets held deep emotional significance, allowing the wearer to keep their loved ones close, even in death. The intricacies of mourning fashion extended beyond clothing, encompassing a wide array of headwear as well. Women adorned themselves with veils, bonnets, and hats made from black crepe, meticulously designed to exude an air of solemnity. These headpieces were often embellished with feathers, ribbons, and veiled netting, adding an element of elegance to the somber attire. In addition to symbolizing mourning, these accessories served as social indicators, providing onlookers with valuable information about the widow's marital status and the stage of her grief. The mourning customs of the Victorian era extended far beyond the realm of attire. A complex set of rules governed the interactions and behavior of individuals during the mourning period. Etiquette guides were widely circulated, offering instructions on appropriate conduct and proper mourning protocols. In adherence to these guidelines, mourning cards were meticulously sent to announce a loved one's passing and express condolences. These cards were an essential part of mourning etiquette, ensuring that the community was aware of the family's loss. Moreover, specific periods of mourning were established, dictating the acceptable social engagements for widows and their families. During these designated periods, certain activities were considered inappropriate or even taboo, emphasizing the solemnity and respect accorded to the deceased and their grieving loved ones. As the Victorian era unfolded, mourning fashion embarked on a journey of increasing intricacy and grandeur. The mourning process itself evolved, encompassing distinct stages, each demanding its own specific expectations and corresponding attire. From the depths of deep mourning to the transitional period of half mourning, each phase carried its own set of rules and restrictions, guiding individuals through the grieving process. In our modern perspective, the Victorian mourning fashion may appear strange and even macabre, yet it held profound significance within the societal context of its time. It provided a structured framework through which the individuals could express their grief and navigate the complex emotions associated with loss. Mourning attire served as a tangible and visual representation of the sorrow that permeated their lives. Moreover, it became a means of showcasing one's social standing and unwavering adherence to social norms. By meticulously following the protocols of mourning fashion, individuals demonstrated their respect for tradition and their place within the social fabric, cementing their position in the rigid hierarchies of Victorian society. Mourning fashion in the Victorian era transcended social classes, capturing the imagination of not only the elite, but also the middle and working classes. Even with limited means, individuals would diligently save their hard-earned money to acquire modest mourning attire and accessories. This widespread adoption of mourning practices underscored the profound cultural significance placed on honoring and commemorating the departed. The Victorian fascination with death extended far beyond the realm of fashion, permeating various aspects of society. One striking example was the rise of post-mortem photography. Families embraced this trend as a way to immortalize the memory of their loved ones. These poignant and haunting images serve as an eerie testament to the Victorian obsession with capturing the essence of those who had passed away. The late 19th century marked a turning point in mourning customs, greatly influenced by Queen Victoria's own mourning period after the loss of her cherished husband, Prince Albert. The extensive mourning practices gradually waned, and mourning fashion began to evolve into a less rigid form. Changing social norms and the emerging trends of the early 20th century played a pivotal role in reshaping the prominence of Victorian mourning fashion. As society moved forward, mourning became a more private and personal affair, and mourning attire started to adapt to the changing times. Today, remnants of Victorian mourning fashion still linger in certain customs and symbols associated with death and grieving. The concept of donning black as a symbol of mourning endures, albeit in a more subdued manner. The somber color palette and the legacy of Victorian mourning serve as a gentle reminder of a bygone era. However, the elaborate and intricate mourning fashion that once captivated the Victorian era is now largely confined to the annals of history, remembered for its unique blend of style and sorrow. The enduring allure of the Victorian era and its mourning fashion continues to captivate the minds of historians, fashion enthusiasts, and those with an inherent fascination for the macabre. Exhibitions and museums dedicated to Victorian mourning attire provide a captivating glimpse into this distinctive period, unraveling the stories and customs of those who experienced loss during that time. Through these persevered artifacts, we gain invaluable insights into the lives and emotions of individuals navigating the delicate balance between life, death, and remembrance. In conclusion, Victorian mourning fashion represents a peculiar chapter in history where death became intertwined with style. It was a time when mourning was not only a personal experience, but also a social statement. From black garments and mourning jewelry to elaborate headwear and strict etiquette, the Victorians embraced mourning as an art form. While it may seem bizarre and morbid to us today, it serves as a testament to the intricate and often unusual ways in which societies have dealt with grief throughout history. As we conclude our journey into the world of Victorian mourning fashion, we hope you found this glimpse into the past as intriguing as we did. Join us next time as we unravel another captivating chapter of history. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with other history enthusiasts. Until then, keep exploring the hidden corners of our fascinating past. Remember, history has many untold stories waiting to be discovered. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you on our next adventure. Stay curious, stay fascinated, and until next time, farewell.